Hello, I am Mark Pacaon from Object Detection Group. So I will be presenting uh, the ways, or rather the step-by-step annotation of image using label image Python application. So first, where do we download this label image app? So you can download this one on, or you can just search a label image. Then the first link will redirect you to its Git repository. So you can download this one or clone it into your repository or into your uh, desktop computer or laptop computer. Okay. So do take note, where do you store this particular, or rather our compilation of files for our label image. So the point of this label image is for us to be able to annotate our image dataset to be used for our YOLO B5 uh, model train. So after that, we're going to check for our dependencies. So first, let us see if we have our Python in our computer. So using this command on your terminal, or currently I'm using a virtual environment from Anaconda for me to be able to isolate my dependencies when it comes to label image. So see, we have a Python 3.10.9 version for our label image here. So, depends on your computer's Python version. If not, you can downgrade or upgrade it. Okay. So first, I did um, save our label image folder or our compilation files at this particular root, or rather this folder or this directory. So we must go to that directory for us to be able to run it. So just go to the directory. Always note this particular directory where you save your label images, because we cannot run it if we're not on the same directory. Image. Okay, so we are now on our directory. Now, second of all is we want to know the dependencies of our, um, or rather the requirement package of a label image. So on your label image folder, we have here the requirement. So this one is a text file. You can open it and see the requirements package for our Python. So you can install it if you do not have those packages using pip install. So py-t5. So currently I already have installed it in computer. So if not, you can use this particular code to install those packages. So if you think you have it, so you can just pip list for us to be able to know what are the packages inside our computer. So you will see all the packages installed. So the last one will be LXML. So let us search for our LXML if we have it now. And here we have our LXML. So again, you can, if label image application requires you to upgrade or downgrade your packages, so please do so. Okay. So after having our requirements and our Pythons in the correct versions or compatible versions, we are now going to open our label image. Again, please do note that we have to be on the same directory as our files. So calling it will be simple enough. So just type label. So we have here the .py. So just call it label image. So we're going to able to open this particular application. So after opening our label image application, so first we have to change format right here. So in this particular side, we just highlight it, this one. So it has a create ML or Pascal Bob or a YOLO format. So we're going to use YOLO format right here. Next, we're going to open our directory where our images to be annotated will be. Yes. So when we documents, you have annotates this folder. So yes. So we have here our sample images to be annotated. We have 4 different images right here. And then we're going to create a bounding boxes for them. But before that, where do we want to save our text file so that the text file contains our annotations? So it is recommended that we do save it on the same folder. Okay. Now, creating our bounding boxes is using this particular tool, create rect box or rectangle box. So we just create a rectangular box on our object to be annotated. So in this case, we have different, or rather several different classes. So this one will be the classes for us to annotate. So this one is the default. We can add and we can delete this one. So where do we find it? So in our um same directory as our label image file. So there is a default classes right here. So under data will be our predefined classes. So this one is the default one or the default. So we can just change or add some of our intended classes right here. So also when it comes to training YOLO V, we can identify the classes that we only. So that's also another way of identifying our intended classes. So in this case, this one is the pedestrian. So this is only an example. So on our object detection, which involve gadgets, so this one, so it our object detection is or rather able to identify if there is a person or a gadget in the image or in the video. So you can just highlight our laptop right here and then see we don't have any laptop classes, so we can just add our laptop. Okay. And then we can create another one for our person. Okay. So we have now our bounding pieces. So we're going to manually annotate all of our data set image right here. So if you have 100 or 400 more, so we can manually annotate. So moving on, we need to save this particular annotation. So again, our save directory will be or recommended to be on the same folder as our images itself. It's because it will be generating a text file that contains our YOLO formatted annotation alongside with the corresponding uh, file name to our annotated image. So you can see here that it's the same file name but different format. So this one contains the data for our annotation. So 7 and 8 is our classes, and then the points of the bounding box inside the images is the remaining 4 different values right here. So it will also generate our class. Again, you can erase or rather before erasing this one, you must note that these numbers involved here also not or rather connected to this one. So 7 from the classes is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm sorry, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Again, we always start with 0. So yeah, so the laptop one. And then this one is the first. Okay, so always note that we must have a pair of image and txt file for our annotation. So that is how we are annotating our first data set. It's because using this first set of images and annotations, we're going to train our uh, model so that we can automatically annotate it with the use of YOLO. So that is how we are annotating using LabelImg Python application. So that's all. So continuing for the presentation of model training and implementing it into a simple, or rather a simple implementation using webcams and so on. So that's all for me.